We're all queens, but I am Queen Elizabeth. Hey y'all, it's Lizzie Yayo with Keepin It A Bando, and I got a dope legendary person in this building right now. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Oops, Mutate, you know who it is, man. It's 3D Straw to Mutate God. You know who I am, man. You know how it go down, man. I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. It's a blessing, man. You know, amongst legends, of course, and you're a legend in your own right. Respect.
Respect. Now that we got this legendary here in the building, and I know that he has been known to be very, we call opinionated, but at the same time, he be spitting a lot of facts. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate when you do go on live and you say what you have to say to the artists that's up and coming, because don't you feel like it's very important for them to know the seriousness of artist development?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Artist development is like, sometimes it's a never ending process for one, people gotta understand. But yeah, I definitely feel it's a very important thing that you have to do. And a lot of brothers and sisters out here, they think that they already got everything they need to be a successful artist. But it's not true. So, you know.
And from where you coming from, let me know, let them know actually, where are you from?
Rayford, North Carolina. Yeah, Hope County, Bucktown, 47. Yeah.
So how's the music scenery out there?
It's country, you know what I mean? A lot of wild country shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of good artists out there, a lot of young artists that's coming up right now. Yeah, it's dope.
What had you come to the 2-6?
Why did I come to the 2-6?
What pushed you to come more so to the 2-6?
Well, a long time ago when I came to the 2-6, it was like, I mean, come on, y'all, you know, 2-6, that's the only place that has a radio station in the clubs. So, you know, it's kind of like being on the outskirts of Atlanta. You got to come into the hub that's making it move and shake. So, you know, that's why. You know, it was a better opportunity to get my stuff on the radio and things like that. So I wanted to network out there. And I heard a lot of artists that I love. You know, I got brought into the Fayetteville game with, you know, by Filthy Rich and Nervous Red with Bomb Shelter. And that's the first people who introduced me to a lot of people in Fayetteville and you know, the Fayetteville scene. So, you know.
And what was that time like?
It was dope. I mean, I went to the shelter and everything. They ended up putting a song on my compilation that I released. It was a double CD back in the day called No MCs with my old company, Tribe City Records. And, you know, their quality was so much better than ours, but we put it on there anyway because we ain't no haters. You know what I'm saying? But their quality was A1 match versus ours and everything like that. But they always show love to me, and shout out to them right now. They show love to me right now, so, you know.
That's love. Sure. Do you feel like the scene now from then is a big difference?
Oh yeah, it's different. It's different in goods and bads. You know what I mean? It's like back in the, you know, the post. I call it the big cash era. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna coin that one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some people would say the Frandy era, but I say the big cash era because me and Big Cash related more. But it's like you know, we really got it out the mud. Like these cats say they get it out the mud. Nah, they really ain't out here like that. And they should adopt some ways of what we was doing back then now to keep it physical and also do their digital thing as well. But we was outside every day, every night, club scene, in the mall for countless hours, not shopping but just promoting. I remember what's your boy Jay Christ? He was selling CDs, and I ain't gonna snitch on, but he was selling CDs in a bag like he was shopping, so he wouldn't get caught up on, because you know he couldn't solicit and do all that. But he would get his shit off like that, and that was we would just hustle different.
They banned me like they would do like a year ban where they would literally put your picture up in the police station at the mall. But they didn't want you selling CDs there, but that's where you had to go get it, you know. And
then we had a lot of little trap spots, man. It was like we had a lot of mom and pop. We had a flea market we could sell our joints out of. What's the one? We had coconuts. I mean, we couldn't sell too much out of it, but we was around there. You know, we was in Paradise, of course. That was the main hub. But it was so many different mom and pop record stores and, you know, flea market little spots that we could hustle out of. We did pretty good on that. And a lot of the people now, they got their own ways of making money with streaming, but it wasn't as quick as we was making ours.
It's more intimate. Also, I feel the way that happened to Hustle back then, because you're actually face to face with the person. They actually getting their vibe and everything, and knowing the seriousness of how you feel about your music.
Yeah.
Because nowadays it's just so easy. Okay, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer. Let me go ahead and click this button, this button, this button, and let it go.
We definitely was outside. You got to think about my class of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like from our side, it was people before us too. Now, like that was grinding. Like the Bomb Show, that's the like end of the people before us, and they was like, you know, hustling, getting their CDs off. But when we came, we had it harder than them because they could have took advantage more of the out the trunk method. Us, as soon as we came out the trunk, next thing you know, the technology was changing. We had MP3s, you had Napster and BearShare and all that coming about. I used to sell for Big Oomp too. Like I had a little store in Flea Market. I sold for Big Oomp. Big Oomp used to always tell me. He said, yo, the bootleggers are killing Atlanta. We can't make no money and everything. So, you know, selling his stuff was going to slow down. Big Oomp is, if you don't know him, he's a big independent entity in Atlanta. He brought out Baby D, DJ Unk, and people like that. DJ Unk was their major claim to fame, though. But yeah, I used to hustle for him. And lo and behold, it just came to our area, too, slowly but surely. When we start seeing those, like, record stores start closing down, it was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? It was different. And we had to like reteach ourselves how to do something different. So all of us went through a phase, I'm pretty sure of, we had to compete with the majors because we independent. So we had to start giving stuff out and selling a little bit of merch packages instead of just figuring out how to get it off. And then that's when a lot of brothers who had leverage start trying to get better deals or better investors and try to make things happen. But, you know, it was tough. It was tough, for real. But it was a good time because I think the people cared more so about our artistry at the time. From the radio stations on down, they would give you opportunity to perform, whether you had to pay for the performance slot, whatever. It was a little bit more wholesome. Like we had block parties outside where everybody would just perform. We had Smoke Fest where people could perform, open up for Mobb Deep and stuff like that. We had a lot of shit that is just a little bit more polluted now than it was then, you know.
And what you think caused the pollution?
Greed. You know what I'm saying? Greed. Like, people started extorting the art form. You know, before it became a multi-million-dollar art form. I can understand, okay, extort me a little bit, I got millions. But like, whenever you coming up, how you gonna extort the people that's coming up from the ground? It's like you cutting your feet off before you walk. And I always believe in like a lot of, especially the club side of it, you know, they don't hear, and it was a little better than to me because it was always somebody investing, bringing somebody in and out, in and out. I mean, for God's sake, 50 Cent came down here and did a show. Pitbull done been out here and did a show. He ain't trying to be out here all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's just, whenever you cut the artist off from the feet, they're never gonna grow. You know? So I just feel like it's a lot of bullshit going on right now where people just want to extort people with showcases and shit like that.
So do you feel like as far as the artists is here in the Ville, not only just coming together, but saying doing shows? Because they say it's important to invest in yourself as well.
Right.
And I know that sometimes it becomes a conundrum where you have promoters giving the opportunities for these artists to perform. Because it costs money to make money.
Yeah.
And yet you still have to invest in yourself as being an artist. So do you feel as though the artists are getting cut from underneath their feet when they're being asked to pay to perform?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Especially if it's not a worthy performance.
Like no one is there, no ARs.
I mean, not even that. I don't worry about the A&R, I don't worry about none of that. Like, all I worry about is, are the people that you're actually selling to gonna be there? And what kind of artists are you? Because a lot of artists, especially in I wouldn't say especially now, it's going on everywhere because they lack the knowledge. But, like for me, right, I'm not the artist that's gonna sell in a local club here because my music doesn't really present that. You gotta know your market. A lot of artists don't know their market. So any opportunity, they scrambling for anything. And they'll put themselves in front of anything, and then they get disappointed when nobody's rocking to what they present. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go to Burger King and try to sell Pizza Hut pieces.
I mean, at Burger King, you can have it your way. No, I'm kidding. No, but for real.
You're right. It with their burgers though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like only with they shit. You know what I mean? But I just feel like a lot of motherfuckers, man, they really ain't want this shit to pop like they say, man. Like if they wanted to pop like they say, they would go back in time and take a blueprint out of a lot of the brothers that was hustling to play. Even the brothers in, because I got a theory about making it. What's making it? You know what I'm saying? People always talking about, well, he ain't make it. Who ain't made it? I done made money out of music. A lot of brothers that were hustling in my era, we done made money out of music here and there. You know what I'm saying? We were smart enough to diversify our portfolios too now. You know what I mean? It ain't all about just the music all the time. You know, you might not rap forever. And you might not want to rap all the time when you're rapping. You might want to be a marketer. You might want to be a promoter. You might want to be a whatever. You know, we learned how to diversify our portfolio because of how hard we hustled with what we had. But it's like these people don't really want it. You know why I say they won't really want it? When the last time you went to a gas station?
Oh, it's just earlier today.
You see anybody in there?
I ain't see nobody pushing nothing.
You see any of their stuff?
Not at all.
So who want it?
Mm-hmm. And that goes back on the artists. If they want that fan base that they're wanting, they have to go out there. Like you say, they got to put their face out there. They got to promote. Because
people, they whine and bullshit. And y'all can, I'm on y'all joint right now. I ain't gonna...
Oh, this is Keepin' A Bando.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, but they want it so bad. They say they want it, right? Like you said, you ain't see nobody at the gas station, John, did you?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't see nobody sticker nowhere, did you?
Mm-mm.
Right. Because they don't really want it. They want somebody to give it to them. Mm-hmm. Like one thing I can say about our era, we might have had all the money, but goddamn, we was everywhere. I knew him, he knew me. Mm-hmm. You know? We didn't do no record together. You know what I'm saying? But we knew each other.
I mean, it's still the support.
You know what I mean? Feel me? Like
the support is important.
We all knew of each other, and we knew of each other's movements, large, big, small, whatever. We knew, you know. Because people always saying like, we don't get no support in the field. No support in the field. They crying. You know why I ain't get no support in the field? Just because you didn't see nobody shit at the gas station. That's why we ain't get no support in the field. Because who was the field selling to? Me? You don't need to sell to me. It's a local people. It's local people in the local area that nobody's touching. And they bullshitting themselves trying to act like they are. And they not.
So this is the last time I'm going to cut y'all interview off. What you think they need to do to get local people to come to the showcases? Like, not just the rappers and they friends but like actual people from Fayetteville. Like somebody that just came here from the military, from Detroit, that's now all of a sudden how can they become, come to the showcases and want to come see 3D Strong, Big
Nowadays, bro, they got to do like we did. Honestly. They got to quit living in the internet. Now, I ain't saying get rid of the internet now. It's a beautiful tool worldwide. I love the internet. But you can't live in the internet so much you think that's going to help you the whole time. Because it's about a physical interaction and it's also about the internet interaction. It really helps you. Until you see, like it's been people close. My man right here was one of them. Frandy was one of them. And I'm talking about historically. Mm-hmm. I was one of them. And I know I'm going to leave some people out.
I would say like a couple people. Let's not even name people here. Let's not.
Yeah.
That's all right. They know who they are.
But I mean, I don't give a fuck about it.
It's hard to remember everybody.
That be the thing. Nobody should be sensitive about what is or what ain't. Mm-hmm. Charge it to my mind, not to my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but what I was about to say is like, those few people, and it's some of the, it's very few of the newer era. Until you see somebody on every promotion and marketing platform in the city to the point where nobody can breathe, then nobody don't want it. Okay. Because all those outlets are out here. Mm-hmm. You can get your shit in the newspaper, you can get your shit on the buses, you can get your shit on the motherfucking
billboards.
Social media, billboards, you can do all this shit. Where is everybody at? Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, I know some people don't have the funds, but it's some people that do.
Right.
How much you want it?
Gotta get it.
You know what I mean? The plans I have for the future, I'm gonna do what I never done, because like now it's so beautiful for people who've been in the game for so long. It's so beautiful right now because we got access to everything. If you're smart, you got access to everything to get yourself out there. And then you want to get yourself out there to the point where you see the little boy that knows nothing, or the woman who knows nothing about the Fayetteville rap scene, Rayford 910 rap scene, knows nothing about it, finds out about it. And when you do that, when the fourth and fifth person find out about something that they're not a part of, now you got a winner. Because now McDonald's got commercials going every day, and everybody know McDonald's. Every big brand, we see them advertising every day, and we know about them already. So what's these artists' excuse?
Man.
They put a video out, no marketing, no promoting. See, when I bring this is what I do. When I bring a real project out, that I'll say, this is going to be my earning project. Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy. Crazy promotion everywhere. Now, if it's just a single, I'm throwing it out on social media. I'm doing some frivolous shit just to keep the algorithm going. Or just keep, like, momentum. Or keep people in the faith, then that don't matter. But I haven't seen nobody with big projects push like that yet. To say, and that's just to say this, though. I haven't seen nobody do that to have an argument to say that Fayetteville don't support. Because how Fayetteville gonna support if they don't know your ass? I know you know me, we know him, we know other artists. But let's be realistic. Outside of that, that's why Texas and them be winning. Especially back in the day, they be promoting. You pull up in their city, billboard, go to the gas station, little whoever.
They don't have to leave Texas to have a rap career and be famous rich rapper.
Yeah, but everything's big in Texas, and then they just want to their own country.
But check this out. Look at the markets that's always been like that. New Orleans is like that too. It was. New York was like that. New York started with just people knowing them in the Five Boroughs. They just was hand in hand when they first started, getting their shit off in the DJs or whatever. The history of that shit. But the whole thing about it is they're able to promote to their city. We promote to each other. So until people start promoting to the person who matters for nothing and turning them on to having pride with what they got.
So that's the question I was kind of asking you, because since I've been back around, what I've seen like different promoters promoting showcases, and what they're basically doing is they're promoting to like the artist to like basically fund the showcase and like do that. But who's actually promoting the event to like non-rappers?
That's
like,
what I'm
you know
saying.
What I'm saying?
That's the glitch in the
matrix.
matrix. That's the glitch in the matrix. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? Anybody can. You ain't got to be Elon Musk to figure this out. The whole simple equation to everything is niggas ain't fucking promoting and marketing themselves to the people. Because when you market yourself to the people know about you.
That's right.
We can go down the street right now. People won't even know it's a rap scene here.
Right, because I never knew this was here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look, here's an example. We see the example. They know Cole. Why? Because he's everywhere. When you get that big, you ain't got to be everywhere here. Everywhere. He's an existing thing everywhere. But here's the better example. Moray. Now, you seen this right before your eyes.
Right.
This happened in the last 2-3 years. You seen it. So what happened? What made him different? Now, I'm not talking about skill-wise. He's nice.
Yeah, he is.
But what made his marketing different? What did they do? When he got with Pick Six, what did Pick Six do?
Yeah, they must have marketed him right and put promotion behind him.
They made it to where he looked like he was big outside of here. Everything's for sale. Don't let everybody think they're gonna make this shit by chance.
Right.
No, you gotta make this shit by buying it.
That's right.
Everything's for sale. You wanna get cosign? Talk to the right people, you got the right plugs. Yeah, I throw a little tweet on. So when I throw that little tweet up, guess what? Your hometown's gonna love you because I did it. Y'all paid for it, I did it, they're gonna love you. Trickle down effect. Because we only love anything other than us. It's a fact, it's a proven fact. You gotta do something that's astronomically impossible to do in order for them to love you here. Now everywhere is not like that. You know what I'm saying? You just got a lot of places that's like this, but everywhere is not like that. Some people like what they see right in front of their face, like a New Orleans, New York, L.A., the Bay, Texas, blah, blah, blah. Those traditional independent markets that just love who they are because they are in love with them. This place, they call it a melting pot, but still, this how I always denounce the melting pot thing, right? It's a melting pot. That's why nobody. Okay, then why come people come in here that don't know nothing about nothing? They bring their culture in here, and we love that. But what about the people that leave out of Fayetteville that's stationed here and there and everywhere? They can't go nowhere and influence nobody about us. That's bullshit. It's just keep bullshitting excuses back to back to back. When realistically, what it is nobody has market themselves to the point where everybody has to breathe them. You got to market yourself like you got to be a part of life in order for people to like you. You got to make people damn near can't stand you.
Right, but be in their face at 24/7.
Everywhere. If you ain't doing that, then it's gonna be hard. And I haven't done that in a while. I'm honest. I haven't done that in a while. 2023 is a motherfucker though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
But what you saying is like, yo, I'm gonna tell you some crazy is. I remember when I went to left Fayetteville and went to A&T. I was in the dorm. It was some boys that was in the dorm beside me. They was coming from Philly, and we connected because they would hear me over in my dorm, and I would be writing raps, so they would hear me. They was like, yo, you know, I started chopping up with them over the next couple of weeks. They started bringing me these DVDs, and they was pressuring me like, yo, look at these DVDs. This is my homeboy. This is my homeboy from this block. But the people who were on these DVDs, it was called Too Raw for the Streets. Right. The people who were on these DVDs was like Gilly the Kid, Meek Mill, Cassidy, but they was like, you know how we are with that, you know, back in the days at that time. But the thing is like exactly what you're saying. These is niggas from Philly that was coming to Greensboro putting North Carolina niggas on some shit. So why? It should like, you know, hopefully, you know, I want my YouTube channel where it be like, yo, them Fayetteville niggas get it popping, like Fayetteville is super lit. So like when you go to, you know, everywhere you go, they in the Bay. Yo, you heard about them Fayetteville niggas? You heard that new Lizzie shit? Like, I want to be talking about the Ville like that, like putting niggas onto this shit.
They will. But see, I'm gonna tell you too. Now, from Fayetteville to Rayford, now Rayford's different than even Fayetteville. I can go to Rayford, put something up right now, it gets streamed like hell just in Rayford. Or get sold or whatever. They support everything we do. But the difference is with Rayford versus Fayetteville is the city-wise. Fayetteville's a lot bigger for one, but we only have one high school, so everybody know everybody. So whenever you put something out, oh, that's little Mario. Okay, yeah. We've been supporting them since, you know what I mean? They spending money. Here, y'all got that too, from side to side, west side, you know what I'm saying, like that, north side, Stevie, west side, etc., etc. But if the people who didn't do music or nothing was knowing more about what, then it would go. Because you ever notice like the people who didn't do music, that like your music, love your music. Right. Because that's the fans. Like you said, the promoters here, they spend too much time trying to push up a showcase. Hey, you know what's even sadder? Is we get excited about it. Oh God, it's another showcase. So fucking what? What's that doing for you?
What are you doing to help yourself with the showcase that you even get on?
Whatever happened to like having the balls enough to have your own show with you rapping there and not worrying about nobody there? If 10 people come there, so be it. Whatever happened to that? People afraid. Because you know what'll happen?
They'll say they're failures.
They'll find out they're not popping like that. Because ain't nobody gonna come. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it 100.
And it has a lot to do with the attitude, I believe, as well. You got to show love to get love.
All right. But you got to show love to the right thing.
Yeah.
You got to show love to the people who's going to actually consume you. It's like a bad relationship. There's plenty of, you know, everybody done been in a relationship and shit like that. You can show love to a deadbeat all goddamn day long. Is he going to love you? No. You got to show love to what's actually going to love you. And then you'll get the love back. You know? People don't even have like, it's a few people that do, but I'm just saying in general, people here don't even have like the balls enough to even try to sell their shit because they want to be popping so bad. So they rather take, 100% of $100 instead of 10% of doggone like $5,000. They them type people. So they rather be famous than earning off of their art and their craft. And that's where you get, they actually think, bro, they actually think that they're gonna turn this shit up so high and somebody's gonna come from the heavens above, pick them up, and sign them. Okay? If that does happen, what leverage do you have? How you gonna get paid in the long run? Do you have any equity in anything?
Do you think that artists should even worry about signing a deal right now?
No.
Okay. Speak on that.
No. Unless you absolutely have nothing. Because there's still people who have just talent and nothing, no money, no nothing. And you have to really realize that, like, yeah, $100,000, $200,000 or less than that, and a bad deal to some people is worth everything. Because at least they got that. And they'll figure it out later. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't have money. That's real. Everybody don't have it.
But you saying if you ain't living in the trunk of your car, you can just grind it out.
Just work. Just work a job. Work a job.
I mean, I feel both aspects as far as the grinding it out, but also like in reality, everything costs. And if the deal seems good for a person that don't have nothing, 50,000 up front, it's hey shit.
If you are disciplined with your money. Now, okay, 50,000's okay for a deal, okay. Don't get mad, because on that back end you ain't gonna get shit. Because 50,000 is showing how much you worth to them. Because somebody that's worth more, you think they're gonna give a nigga like Drake 50,000? Come on, man. Like, people gotta hold themselves to be worth more. And your content gotta be worth more. You gotta present more. The more you present to the public, the more you're gonna be worth. It's not hard. And you gotta always believe in yourself to the maximum. But you gotta sell yourself too. That just being popping, that ain't shit. I'd rather be popping with 100 people than be giving freebies out to 1,000, just going, in debt all the time. At least I got 100 people that love me. You know what I'm saying? Every time I drop, them motherfuckers buying some shit. I'm keeping rocking, But we in the right position. It's gonna be all right, as long as we got some good generals out there that's helping God. That's why you said I used to go live every day, because I was just speaking my mind, letting people know about basically trying, I guess I say I was trying to help, but I stopped doing it because, after you yell for so long, you start looking like a hater. You see what I'm saying? And I'm far from that. I congratulate people I hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, but I didn't want to be perceived like that. That's why I stopped doing this shit. Yeah.
I was like, I don't see no lives coming up on my notification.
I was, that was when I was coming back to the game with my company. I had stopped. I was still making music. I still put my own music out, but I had stopped with my company for about like 3-4 years. Like, after, the reason why you probably think I was on the radio, because my song was on the radio like all the time. Abo and Drank You stayed on the radio in 2011 and 12, 24/7.
Okay, so that's what it was. I was like, I know I done heard you on the radio a couple of times.
Yeah.
Abo, that's such an important song to Fayetteville too. Like,
So tell us something about that song.
I mean, I just, I'm from Rayford, so like, we was influenced by the Native American culture a lot, and we real Southern, so that was one of our slangs that really the 910 uses. With, Bo is like, what's up, Bo? Like that. Because when I first started rapping, very first started rapping, everybody was so East Coast. And, that's whenever, that's all the influence was that was coming down here, to be honest. Like, and we got a couple of things from Georgia, a couple of things from Miami, you know what I'm saying? But most of the influence was from New York. So, but I always knew that wasn't my normal speaking voice when I used to try to speak like them. Because I got family in New York that would say, man, you sound country, when I'm trying to sound like them. So I said, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? And that was early on, like in my career, early on. And then when I embraced who I really was, I started using that type of slang and this, that, and other that we use every day in Rayford. And then the 910 period. Went to Georgia. Moved to Atlanta because I had a pub deal. I was doing some writing for some ghost writing and stuff like that down there for about a year. And I wrote that song in Atlanta because I was thinking about home. And I know Atlanta, they don't use that slang. They don't say bo.
They say bruh.
Yeah. And so, I said, I'm going to put this out. And then I did a couple of, what happened was I did a lot of shows, a lot of open mics. And then I did Iron Mike. And that's the first time I ever did Iron Mike, because at first I didn't want to do it ever. And that's a whole other story. But I went on and did it, and paid my money to keep doing it. And it worked out. I won the whole showcase off that, of ABO. And then when I won it, they allegedly won an asylum deal that I never seen that from. But, what I did see from it is I got heavy rotation for like that next year. You know what I'm saying? On Foxy 99.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because it definitely hit the industry.
Yeah. Now, with that, after that, I had a lot of traction because, my stuff was like legit and had everything working. So those rotations on that particular station and also on 104.5 as well, they helped me out a lot too. They the one broke it and then Foxy had to play it, but Foxy gave, they don't play Independence, but like at 12 o'clock at that time or 11, or if you was like this man and Fred D or somebody that had some,
I don't think they play it at all now.
Hell nah, they corporate now, bro. And that's why I hate when people complained about back then, like people was complaining about, I ain't gonna say no names, because I didn't have my battles on the internet with certain people, you know what I'm saying, on that. And we talked behind the scenes, but they was blaming these people, and now look, it's worse. Nobody gets the opportunity to do Summer Jam at all. There's no Summer Jam. See, when you complain too much, sometimes you lose what you do have. It was beautiful back then, man. Hindsight is 2020. You look back, it was beautiful. Like
they had something they could definitely have put us on the map.
It was laid out. And now that I'm more mature and I understand that everything's for sale, paying $100 to get something every weekend and for a contest, it ain't that bad. You know what I mean? Or paying for this and paying for that in your city, because that's what they do. Realistically, that's what happens.
Right.
People talk about Atlanta, New York, whatever. Atlanta stick together. No, Atlanta pays. They spend money to make things happen. And then what happens is people just love them from them because they're average. They got dope boys and everything putting money into their craft and things like that. That's the result, man. Any business that you start, you got to invest in, and you ain't gonna get no return to 5 to 7 years on any business, just about. Unless it's some scamming shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a business, a lucrative business, you ain't gonna get your money in the first couple of years, and everybody know that. So what's the difference with the music game? You don't get your money. And you gotta think about a lot of people just throwing money in the wind. They just hoping. Nobody has a plan.
Let me ask you this, because I'm asking you this because you a smart ass nigga, and I know you fuck with you be seeing what's going on the internet. What would you suggest if somebody did have some money? What would you suggest? Like, say and like I said, you deal with independent labels too. Mm-hmm. Say an artist had like 5,000-10,000 right now. What do you think that they should do with that in order to do whatever? I guess what people want to accomplish, basically get their song heard and get their name seen. What do you think that they should do? Internet or off the internet or in real life, whatever. What's the promo plan you think for these young cats?
First thing I think they need to make a plan first. If you got that little bit of money to do something with. And the next thing I would say is, with that type of money to make an impact, you would have to go social media first, because it'll give you more bang for your buck. Because physical, I would do a little physical too, but it would be something like stickers that lead back to social media.
With a QR code?
Yeah, QR code, and now, man, shit, I'm into it now, but QR codes, and also if you're fortunate enough, augmented reality. You know what I mean? You get into that wave of things to where like, cause we in the future. But standard QR code, yeah.
What did you say that the other thing was called?
It's augmented reality. It's kind of the same thing that Nipsey was into before he passed. Like when you scan certain things, they come to life. And when they come to life, then they're able to interact with it and stuff like that off of your phone.
Yo, so what you talking about is like, say you were to scan the QR code, it wouldn't just take you to a link, but it might show you like a 3D image of like your mascot or something.
Yeah, start talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm getting into a lot of that.
Okay, I'm just now. Okay, I thought that. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I say me, and other people can do it too. I mean, ain't no secret. There's plenty of sauce out there. Like, just don't be so greedy, and feed the people. Like, take whatever you can get out of it. Like, some people don't got $5 to buy your music. Sell your music, but sell it for whatever. Go offer base. You know what I mean? Like, that's a cool way to do it. That's what I'm about to do. You know, with everything, because some people got it. We in a time where some people got it and some people just don't. So I was just talking to my barber about like this, because he has a great way he does his business model. If you make things where everybody can get it and everybody's gonna have it, and you won't lose. Because if somebody can get something for $1 from you, but they can also get something for in the upward thousands from you, and they can pick and choose which way they want to get it, you're still winning either way, because the higher bidders offset the smaller ones. So whenever that happens, it's like you get people to the lower bidders, you know, or whatever you want to call them. They end up still being your foot soldiers and telling people about it. I got the same album, blah, blah, blah. They end up being like some of your foot soldiers that they help run for you. And also too, now that we in a very, very lucrative internet space, to where like all these things, we in the 5th phase of the internet, to where it's like, that's why you see the metaverse and all these worlds coming. We just gotta think further. You gotta think further. Like now, with the DSPs, a lot of DSPs are popping this thing and third. You can get your own website for little to nothing, even if you build it from scratch, or you just get ones that's already pre-built and you just put your stuff in it. It don't matter. Whatever's good for you. But you're able to give people some of ownership of projects you bring out. So that's what I mean by don't be so greedy when you don't have nothing. If let's say you sell, like it's 100 points on the album, or 200 points if you count publishing, but it's 100 points on the album, right? Boom. And that's of your master, right? What if you sold 50 of them to each individual one of the people that support you?
They gonna push it, huh?
Right, but you sell it for a lucrative amount to where you feel good about it, each project. They gonna push it too. And give them incentives, they can come to your shows for free, whatever. Still got 50 more points. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your publishing side, which you break down, but break down where everybody's eating within your crew off of you.
See, this is why I wanted to come talk to you too, because just listening to you talk, I'm getting so many ideas.
You see what I'm saying?
Like first what you were just saying about the metaverse, I was thinking about this too, because one thing I was thinking about, I was experimenting a couple of years ago with actually shooting, with the 3D 360 degrees.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking was, damn, in preparations, because what you want to do is, even like back in the days, the stuff that you talking about that we was doing that was so out of the ordinary, it was because it was early. So I want to get on the metaverse early. So I want to start those performances that we shooting. Let's see if we can also shoot them in VR, in the 360 VR,
right,
so that we can be some of the first content that's being posted on the Oculus store.
Right.
So we can get up on that. What you're saying about like think of other things to do, I know too, like once we finally get these artists popping, we're gonna have to think outside the box, because we talking about a completely different industry now.
Yeah.
So the things that we gonna have to try to do, we're gonna have to be like, okay, we're gonna release an album. So we finally got 50,000 subscribers. We're finally gonna release an album for this person. We need to do some shit like hop on crowdsourcing and be like, yo, if you put 3,500 into the album, you're gonna get like a physical copy, a limited edition physical copy that we're putting out. If you donate 5,000 into the album, you're actually gonna get a shout out in the intro, like some crazy shit like that. I see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Or just give them ownership.
Exactly.
If people give them ownership, they get rich with you.
Yeah.
You can put another project out, and some other people can buy it. They're like, man, what? You making money off that?
And it
It's gonna
sounds
make you make
crazy.
more money.
It sounds crazy, but watch how people
Oh,
hop
yeah.
on those crowdsources. Like once people got the clout to get it, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be over with. You know, share the wealth. You want to be popping? Share the wealth. You're already giving it out for free. What do it matter? When you put it out for streaming, what's your biggest check you got from streaming? No, you ain't gotta answer, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Think
It's
about what we
pennies.
doing.
It's coming up, though. It's coming up,
I ain't mad
y'all.
at you. I ain't
Nah,
mad
but
at you.
what he's
I'm just
saying is
speaking in general.
even the
Yeah.
biggest cats,
Yeah.
their joint is like pennies compared to what they should be getting.
That's why, you know, I've been testing this theory. I was talking to my man, Saki, man. You remember Saki, right?
Yeah, Saki.
Yeah, I
that's,
was talking to him. And,
nice on the beach, yo.
Yeah, he's one of them that got, you know, people missed out on him. You know what I'm saying? He was dope. He's like Timberland before, like
A real
before the bill
musician.
type
A
shit.
real
Yeah.
musician.
But we was talking the other day, 'cause he stays in Las Vegas now. We just always brainstorm and come up with different ways of how can we present different things. Cause he wasn't really making beats, but he's back into it now. But yeah, I'll just be spitting shit at him. But that ownership thing and just selling, like it's the same thing you would do to a label, bro. Why not give it to your fans? And they can make money with you. And then they have ownership of whatever this project is. You go on to the next project, so it's a new 200%.
Because now, really, the internet is making it easy for everybody to get money.
Yeah.
With these
For what?
reels, these TikToks.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, when you had mentioned that, I was thinking, oh my God, maybe what I thought was good, you know what I'm saying? Somebody maybe I get more, but to me, that's amazing because, like, just me having fun on my app, interacting with my people, I'm
Making
getting
money off that.
paid.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so much frivolous money out here that we just got to keep empowering each other and empowering our people, because everybody's not going to teach our people how to do it.
And that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, and this monetization is real. And, you know, you can get that money. It's out there. Well, you know, people want to know what about making it. You can already done made it. Whatever making it is to you. Some people making it $50,000 a month is making it to some people. Because you finance, I tell you, like you say, making it is like when you wake up in the morning, you feel good about yourself enough to go on the next day.
Well, I think entertainers, all of them, rappers, people that's pursuing rap, actors and actresses, they should just look at it like this. Can I make as much as I would if I was like actually just going to work?
That's
And
making it.
yeah, and if you supplement that, I mean, you can't
That's
complain.
it.
That supplement.
That's it.
Everything else is, take off from there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
that's it. And then you're see, because what you buy into when you do that, you buy into you having your own time, and you don't have to give it to nobody. Especially if you don't enjoy what you do. My wife works in film and television. Like she's like a hairstylist for film and television right now. Like she was in the newspaper a little while ago. A field
Shout out to
observer,
her.
and she big time. But it's like that's how I learned about the film industry a lot. Cause I got a film company now, and I'm taking tips from what she's telling me how that really operates and how it really works from her end. And then I'm studying people like the Country Waynes and the Big Jaw. I don't know if y'all watch their stuff, but I watch it, and I mean that's what I mean.
I
By
watch it all the time. That dude that made millions of dollars off TikTok. So
You know what
we
I'm saying?
trying to figure out how to get to it. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
so I'm like, think about it. This is how much things have changed. You're able to, you have to rethink your mind and rewash your mind from what you think, and be kind of a little open, because you'll miss out on money. Like you put a movie together, right? Most people think, okay, I gotta put it on a platform, Netflix, Tubi, whatever like that. That's cool, because they do advertising deals where you can get money off the advertising and pay you good money. But also you can just do something as simple as just put it on YouTube. See, we make it harder than what it is. It's simple.
Yeah.
Like you said, you tell me when we was on the phone a couple months ago, shoot it right here. Like, come on, man. Fix
That's
it.
what the people want anyway. The people want to see what you got going on for real life.
Yeah, but I mean, look, my man who shot the Florida Project, because I'm a big Walt Disney fan, yo. Big Walt Disney fan. I'm a big Steve Jobs. I'm a fan of innovators. I'm a fan of Kanye West. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of people who think further than what the mind can behold, right? But my man who shot the Florida Project shot his whole movie on iPhone. You ever seen the Florida Project?
I have not.
Watch the Florida Project. Now, his first movie was filmed solely with the iPhone. This one was filmed with cameras, but the last piece of it when they entered into the Magic Kingdom, which was a metaphor. It was a good movie. It's a metaphor because off 192 in Florida, because I lived in Orlando and I love it down there. And I got a place down there, but I'm a theme park guy because it's my whole end goal. Everybody knows this. My whole end goal to my life is to open my own theme park. But it's like I'm right now building the IPs so I can have my own characters and things in there, and I won't have to borrow nobody else or want to pay so much for the ones I do want in there. But he shot the movie on 192, which is a highway in Kissimmee, Florida, outside of Orlando, and it used to be a bustling theme park area, but Disney got so big. Now it's kind of like the hood, but it still looked like a theme park. So it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So they did a movie on it, and people live in and out of hotels out there, and they did a movie based off of that lifestyle with these kids, and it's dope as shit. Everything you see in the movie is still down there, landmarks and everything, the stores and all that, and but he shot it with an iPhone, especially the last piece. And I say that to say this: you do anything with whatever. We got everything we need. Like we said off camera, it's just up to us to get the fan base. So we got to quit blaming no support and all that stuff. We got to get the support. Because we come from an era where we didn't even have this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you have everything. Look, I literally can make my own artwork, record my own self if I want to. I like going to interact. I still like the interaction of a studio. But I'm going to get better at recording myself. But I record myself, mix it myself, get the cover. If I want to shoot content, I can shoot it on. But I got a Samsung Fold though, and it's real good too. It's pretty dope. But it's like I could do all that, mix it, master, whatever, blah blah blah. Got mastering programs that you can get, or you can pay for subscriptions. So you can master your own stuff, whatever you want to do. People can judge that how they judge that, but even judging art doesn't matter in these days and times because you might want it to sound like you want it to sound.
Exactly.
People want clarity, but some people want that muggy sound because like XXXTentacion, his first joint was so muggy and grungy, but it won his fan base over.
Yeah, because my daughter knows that song backwards, forwards, and inside out.
Yeah, his first stuff is totally not industry standard, so to speak, but it don't matter when you sell your art to people. Mm-hmm. Then I can go on, put it out there, put it out there, put the link out there, take the link, put it on Facebook, Instagram, what have you, pay Instagram, Facebook, what have you, amount of dollars, fix up my target market, tell them where I want it to go. Boom. Next thing you know, fans is liking it, not liking it, they buying into it, not buying into it. I take that information from whatever I got from my stats, cut the fat, do it over. There it is. Mm-hmm. You can do that with everything. Clothes, movies, anything that you're trying to get off as an entertainer or as an entrepreneur. You can sell lawn care service on social media.
That's right. There's no ending to whatever it is that you want to do. Who are some of the artists that you worked with in the past?
Locally or major, whatever.
We can start off with local.
Like, who have I worked with? I worked with Roland Wade before. I worked with, matter of fact, Roland Wade recorded my whole last album I dropped out. He weight man engineering now, he does that, so shout out to him. I worked with Young Dirty Bastard, ODB son. I worked with him before, and that was a treat because I always wanted to work with ODB, so it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, one of those things, you know. Who else have I worked with before? My guy on McIntosh, which we're doing a lot of work with him. He's out of Indiana. He's a dope producer out of Indiana. And he's Woolboy affiliate, but we push him. He pushes himself in Indiana, and we just kind of service his stuff here whenever he wants to build a fan base here. I don't know. I work with a lot of people. Ray Hustle, when he was rapping, Ray Hustle. Junior Jones, rest in peace, Incredible. He produced a lot of my stuff back in the days. Saki, a lot, man. a lot of my brain, you know.
And who are some of the industry?
Twister, I wrote some stuff for him, and when he was doing his last run in like 09, 10 era, trying to come. I worked with Stevie J. You know, he was doing production when I was living in Atlanta, and was writing sessions and stuff like that. You know Stevie J, right?
Of course I know Stevie. Yeah, of course I know Stevie.
That was before all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, definitely Stevie J. He cool guy though. Who else? It's a lot of big time producers, but they don't have no serious crazy name that you would know. But yeah, they was like real big. I almost worked with, and that's the crazy thing, like, cause my homeboy is kin to what's my man? He's a Clarence Avon. And that's one of my things I hate. You know, you got that one thing I wish I would've, and that's my wish I would've, because my homeboy, yeah, he's kin to him. He's like his mom's like first cousin. And when my first group, Dark Waters, we was trying to get on. And we told him, get over with him, because his mom was like, you know, my cousin is the president of Motown. We're like, what? We believe. We want these guys like, nah, get out of here. Nah. They said, go ahead and call him. So she got up with his wife or something like that, got up with him. He talked to my homeboy. My homeboy was young. He was scared. And, you know, industry talk, this cat was like, yo, rough. Like, you know what I mean? Back then especially. So he was like, and he's a legend. He done work with everybody. He's the Black Godfather. Look at that on Netflix. And that's the documentary on Clarence Avon. He's a legend. And I wish I would have got to talk to him. Yeah, because I was a shark. I could have talked to him and at least convinced a meeting, and we would have got out there and met with him. And you know, it's crazy because his daughter's husband now is the co-president at Netflix. So that shows you the 6 degrees of separation is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all are connected some kind of way to somebody that could help us move forward. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. But that's just something I want to throw out there. You know what I mean?
So pretty much just go for it right then and there when you have the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's very important, especially in this industry, because things change in the blink of an eye within life and with anything. Do you have any artists that you're working with now? Yeah,
I got Pale Stacks right now. He's about to go crazy. We had a good run with him this year. He's been with me since the pandemic 2020. We couldn't, of course, you know, we couldn't get it moving as fast at that point. But when 2021 kicked in, it kind of lacked up a little bit. We started trying to move and shake. And 2022, he got a big traction. So 2023 is going to be his year. He's going to go crazy. We're going to be working on this project this month after we release this, what we're trying to release. But hopefully it'll come out first quarter next year. And you're going to see it. It's going to be everywhere. Like I was telling you about, his stuff will be everywhere, especially locally. And I work with Creek Family. It's a group I got out of Cedar Creek. It's a different kind of group because that group is made. You know how Wu-Tang was when they was real big and then they went solo and separated?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Creek Family is kind of like Mobb Deep, right? If you know Mobb Deep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's two of them, right? Or Outkast too, because they're real country. But then what happens with their group over time is going to multiply into a bigger group. So it's something different than we're experimenting with them. Instead of them starting off big and breaking down, they're going to start off small and grow. So they're going to grow and multiply into a bigger Creek Family. It's going to actually be a family of the Creek Family putting out music. And it's going to be crazy. They already got one more recruit they just got, but the face of them right now is Scooter Ray and D-Nail. And it's kind of like the infamous Mob to Mobb Deep, you know what I mean, type thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, they're coming. And Yende, he's a dope artist. He got a sub deal with me through my guy Chaotic Harmony, Omar. He did we're doing a co-deal. He has his own label, so I said I'll help him market and distribute like that, and we just kind of coexist with that, and that's his artist. So, and we're working with just a lot of artists that we're just working with without being with us too. Like, you know, Wild Watts, he's an R&B singer. We help him out. Who else? dropped some artists because they didn't understand the vision. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, you know. And they be coming strong. Red Venom, that's my cousin. He been down with me since day one. He working on stuff. Yeah, and then the Mutate God. Yeah. You know that guy, right?
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy right
For
here.
sure.
He thinks I'm young, y'all. I love it. I ain't telling how old I was. Yeah.
You look young.
Thank you very much.
How old are you?
I'll tell you later.
I'm so disrespectful, right?
No, it's okay. I take that as a compliment.
My mama told me never to ask a woman their age, though.
That's all right. You know, she's not lying because mama's never wrong.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right.
But it's definitely a pleasure having this conversation with you, getting the knowledge that you have been putting out, which I hope to see you again, regardless of what the naysayers have to say, because there are some people that don't know, even if they think they know, about the business.
Well, I mean, I don't know everything.
No, but I mean, you have your experience.
What I tell people is I know about my business model and what I'm trying to do for my people. Like, I don't...
But the controversies just been too much sometimes.
I'm just saying, I don't know everything. All I know is what makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be wrong in a lot of things, but I can be wrong and make it work for myself.
Understood.
You know what I mean? That's just me, but, you know, I just love this shit. You know, I love the hustle. I love the hustle of the music. I love the hustle of hustling. My favorite rappers are hustle rappers. I never been a fan of, now that I'm looking, because I'm really evaluating myself a lot, I've never been a fan of just a rapper that's good. I'm always a fan of rappers that are decent or good that hustle their own shit. I'm a fan of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Master P. I'm a fan of Nipsey Hussle. I'm a fan of Russ, Lil Russell, all these type people. So now that I look back, I'm like, damn, I'm a fan of the hustler for real. And that's, you know, that's kind of what, you know, even in innovation, like, I'm big, you know, on innovation of, that's why I made this company right here. I had Woolboy Entertainment was what I came up with. But this new one, which I started 2 years ago, and I got a whole new LLC, it's Woolboy Digital, which is an innovation company, because we don't just make music, we make all types of entertainment, but we also we innovate entertainment. We try to figure out, we're the research center.
Yeah, y'all take it to the next level.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do things more better than we have done things in the industry period before. And I'm looking for a lot of people who are dealing with tech. This is what I'm trying to sign, really, people, technology people. You know what I mean? Because if I'm going to have a theme park,
yeah, you
I got to have
that.
technology.
Right, because we need brides.
Right, exactly. Engineers and things like that is where I'm going to be eventually signing later on when my budget gets better. But that's where I want to go with it.
Do you have any motivational words that you want to give to people?
Yeah. It's just always, you know, for one, always mutate on a high level. Mutate on a high level. And if, you know, don't never let nobody tell you no, because they don't know the fuck they talking about. Don't never let nobody like tell you that. Don't let them age shame you. Don't let them tell you nothing no different. Nah, just stay with your own grind and worry about yourself and be selfish. Be selfish. That's one key I will tell people. And I'm talking about in a way of, and people they're gonna take this wrong. But sometimes you gotta be selfish even to your kids, if you have any. Because for a reason why I say that is because you're not building for your kids right now. You're building for your kids' future. And if you like giving in to everything for them at this point, then what are you gonna have for them when you're not succeeding on a high clip in the future? And that's not saying take everything from them. Somebody got to make the sacrifice, because a lot of things what's holding people back is they don't want to make the sacrifice. You'll never make this shit comfortably. You're gonna be uncomfortable. That's it.
That's like probably the most realest shit that anybody has said on this platform as far as motivational. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give out?
Shout out to the front office. Shout out to Woolboy Digital team, all them, Uncle Chuck, everybody, my wife, Diamond.
I'm gonna have to get her on here too.
Yeah, she'll come. You know, she got time. She's working on film right now. And she worked on Hocus Pocus too. If you saw that.
Oh, I haven't got a chance. That's one of my favorite movies. I got to see it.
Yeah,
but I did see someone on the newspaper. Was that her?
That was her, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was her. You know. Yeah, rock it, man. Wood boy, Mutate God. You know what it is, man. Shout out to Big Cass, man, for bringing it back. Coming back to the throne. You know what I mean?
We on Keepin It A Bando, and we kept it a bando with y'all. Till next time.